Here's what we need to get started with our eraser print. So first off, you'll have to have your completed sketches. You will want a pencil. You will also need some tracing paper. Look how small that is. That tracing paper is about the same size as what our sketches are and the size of the eraser. It might not be exactly perfect, but that's okay. You are going to need a blank eraser, okay? Sometimes you might notice that there's a logo on the back of it. If there is, I will show you a way that we can clean that off. You might want some masking tape. And then eventually we're going to need these linoleum cutters, which I will talk about later. That's going to be something else that we need. So first off, remember, so as we have our designs here, it might be easiest for you to visualize them with black and white. If you need to do that, just simply go over with a Sharpie and fill those things in. So basically then, everything that is black or your pencil marks, that is what's going to stay. Everything that is white, you are going to carve out, okay? So if that helps you visualize that, please do that. I'm not going to take the time to do that right this second because we got a lot to do. So once you've picked your designs, what you are going to do is you're going to take your tracing paper. So this one I've already done with the mountain, and I'm going to show you how to do that with another one, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tracing paper. If you have a really, really detailed design, like this is kind of detailed, you might want to take a little bit of masking tape to tape it down just to make it easier so that if you don't get it finished or if you lose your spot, not a big deal. Okay. All right, so I'm going to trace over this quickly. Okay, so when that is done, what you are going to do is you'll carefully remove that tape. And then, so the nice thing about this is that it's actually going to reverse the image, but our print then will end up looking like this. It's going to look backwards when we transfer it onto here. So what you are going to do, you can do this in two different ways. So you have to make sure, if I drew on this side, this is the side that faces down and touches your eraser. So move this so that it fits. And if it's a little bit off, you can just like extend the drawings, and I'll show you how to do that. So there's two different ways that you can do this. The easiest way is that you've pressed hard enough on here and you can just take your fingernail and kind of rub along. So then when I peel this up, it is transferring that design, okay? If that's not working, what you probably need to make sure is that one, you have it on the right side, or two, maybe you didn't use a pencil or the right tool to transfer that over, but this will be the easiest way to do that. The other way you can do it, but it's a lot more work, is by taking a pen or a pencil and actually tracing over it again to transfer it. All right. So, and then that's another area that if you wanted to, if you're worried about the paper moving around, you could tape it down to the side. All right, so I'm going to peel this off, but notice I'm keeping a finger down just to make sure I got it all. All right, so then if there's any areas like here, I want to extend this to the side, I'm just going to take my pencil and finish that off. So I can kind of just bring that to the edge, anything that I might have missed, like the design over here. Or if you don't like it, hey, you can kind of like, you can't really erase, but you can kind of like rub it out a little bit. All right. Okay, so you should not throw these little pieces of tracing paper away, because if you make a mistake, you might want them, as well as don't throw this away because you're probably going to want this too in case something does happen. So once you have that first step ready to go, we are going to do the next step of the process, which is carving, which will be explained in the next video.